Good morning, distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen. We stand before you as an opposition team, and we are here to firmly disagree with the motion presented by the proposition. But before that all, let me introduce myself. My name is Benedetta Dian Ingresia, and you can call me Teta. Okay, the motion today is about victimless crimes refers to illegal activities that does not directly harm other, or even if so, is done consensually between the perpetrator and the victim. Example of this crime includes gambling, drugs consumption, and prostitution. Okay, first of all, I will say I really respectfully disagree with the other side has said. But before that all, I will reject the definition about victims' crime. Is crime is done without any victims, without all example. The other perspective about. Let's begin by examining about the families of offenders are indirectly victims of drugs, crimes, gambling, and prostitution. Regarding your statement that offenders won't face criminal charge for this act, isn't it true that before any decision to jail them, we need to consider factors like how many times they've committed the offense when you twist the narrative, claiming that addiction and gamblers are simply victims of government failure to improve its people. That's clearly an opinion whose actual basis can be questioned. We can all agree that engaging in criminal behavior is a choice. We can either do it or avoid it. I will accept rehabilitation. It's a better alternative to jail. However, we can conclude that person who commits a victimless crime and ends up in jail has likely ignored previous warning from past cases. In that context, jail can serve as a deterrent, making them feel remorse and dissuading them from repeating victims' crimes, which, as we know, are ultimately for choice made by individuals. Okay, I've talked about the government side. Now let's look at the example brought up. There is a gambling cases. Gambling cases, it's a worse things. Okay, you said gamblings might not hurt anyone directly, but I need to stress how much it hurt the gambler's family. What do you think about the gambler's family? Okay, we often see gamblers lost in it, doing anything to find money for their addiction. And then there's a second case, there's a drugs. Drugs are not accepted in our country, and yes, drugs users usually get help and rehabilitation from the government. For the example, there is a BNN, Badan Nasional Narkotika in Indonesia. The last one, there is a prostitution case. Who wants to get into prostitution? No one, okay? This one is really serious and has many risks. Even if some call it's a victimless crime, prostitution clearly involves victims and can lead to dangerous diseases like HIV and AIDS. And for prostitution, one that absolutely cannot be justified to its many risks, even when affirmed as a victimless crimes, is prostitution. This clearly involves victim and even carries the potential for contracting disease like HIV and AIDS, which seriously affect for health. Regarding prostitution, we can view it from many perspectives. When a sex worker engages in such acts, it's often due to the pressure of certain problems that force them into such embracing. I want to state again that these criminal acts always involve victims. That's always involve victims, whether directly or indirectly. Whether directly or indirectly. They can be excluded and need rehabilitation. However, if these acts are done repeatedly, punishment becomes the solution for that case. Once again, punishment becomes the solution for that case. And then once again, I will say We can give the government trust and cut name by taking strong action against those who commit crimes, even if they say crimes don't have victims. It's clear they do. So, with strong action, we hope people will trust the government and feel safer. I want to make it clear the government statement about government isn't being unfair to people who commit crimes. They've already given them rehabilitation and cleanness and teaching them that what they did was wrong. But it, if they keep doing it again, then there needs to be strong punishment for those actions. That's all for me. Thank you.